Validating their ego is very important, ladies and gentlemen. This is why, okay? um, Even with guys, right? You can think about guys. One of the complaints that guys give a lot nowadays is that they don't feel appreciated by women. They don't feel. A lot of guys don't feel needed. A lot of guys feel disposable. With women also, women feel like they're not desirable. Women feel like they're discardable. They feel like guys have access to more women. Like it's funny how women think that guys can just bang any girl they want. Right? It's actually not true. A lot of guys really struggle, but women just don't feel as attractive as they used to, right? They feel unattractive because of comparisons. And this is the source of why a lot of people don't open up emotionally, because they just feel insecure to come out into the world and to open up. And and because of that, because of the lack of opening up, it causes people to create a shell around them, where you can't open up, they can't open up, and everyone just doesn't open up. And as a result, people don't have a deep connection as a result of it. What you want to be able to do is to validate their ego, validate their self-opinion if it's positive, not if it's negative. If it's negative, I don't want you guys to do this, because you could do this. Like if someone thinks they're a piece of shit, the way to apply this strategy, if they think that they're a piece of shit, is to treat them like a piece of shit. And that's not what we want here. So we're not going to be validating freaking horrible self-opinions. We're only validating positive self-opinions. So for example, if I'm dating a girl, and she has a certain body type, right? Validating that I like how she looks is very important. Like complimenting it, right? And I know it sounds like, it's funny because a lot of guys, will tell people that complimenting a woman is it's validating her too much. Well, that's usually just in the beginning, motherfucker. Like, right? You know what I'm saying? For example, me, right? Validating my ego could be showing me off to your friends, right? Saying how amazing I am, showing my drawings to your friends, right? Or praising me for something that most people don't praise me for. Showing appreciation. So if, for example, if you live at home and I work and you're at home all day, showing me how much you appreciate me with something special, right? And because of guys, nowadays just they don't feel appreciated. But also sometimes it's not just validating their ego, but also hurting their ego, right? Because validating the ego also opens up their hearts to you, but also hurting their ego opens up their hearts so that you can heal them, right? Their ego opens up their heart so that you can heal it with your validation, ladies and gentlemen, right? And because if you could hurt me, you could heal me. To the way it works. So people, it's like when your parents are mean to you and they push you away, what happens to the kid? The kid becomes more drawn to the parents, even more, right? It's not that the kid didn't love the parent before, but now the kid has a negative energy that's making that little motherfucker gravitate towards their parents, right? So hurting their ego, which you could do this through a few ways that are healthy. I think it's like Freudian sleep, right? You could hurt their egos through competition, okay, making them compete, and competition can just be the presence of the opposite sex, right? It doesn't mean you're banging the whole football team. It doesn't mean that it just means that you have friends and you guys hang out sometimes, not alone, right, with the opposite sex, but you hang out in a group, right? um Competition can be you have a work life, and it's almost like a dog that gets pissed off at its owner for having to go to work, right? They take offense to that. People also do that too. When you have a life, they'll try to remove the things in your life so that you can spend more time with them. It's just natural. And what would tend to happen when you start to hurt their ego, and I mean like hurt their ego can also mean you could be praising other people of the opposite sex. Now look, you got to be careful with this, okay? You can't do this on everyone. You got to know the person that you're with. If they are way too insecure, if they're from the Bronx and they're super jealous and they're evil and shit, you got to be careful because you might get, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful out there, right? So that's one thing. Hurting their egos, and hurting the ego will automatically put you in front of their minds, right? Hurting their ego will automatically, but you got to make sure the right type of hurting ego. You can't be banging their friends. You can't be cheating on them. Nah, that kind of stuff. That's not what we're talking about. Hurting ego could be a little slight. Maybe you have a new personal trainer and you praise your personal trainer. He gets jealous, but then he realizes he's gay. right? Right? It hurt their ego, but temporarily, right? It could be that all of a sudden you have you're going to a party, or you're going to a girl's night out, but you don't invite him because it's only a girl's night out. It could be that you work too much. Sometimes you're unavailable, right? That happens. And that type of stuff it offends people, but not in a way that makes them not like you. It offends people in a way that makes them drawn to you.
All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at 238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.